Everyone, this is Martin Kempe standing in front of the Beverly Hills City Court, Superior Court, and I have a very important issue to talk about. Over the years, the disabled people have been plagued by Wells Fargo Bank and the big banks creating credit cards against the disabled people, visually impaired, which they never signed. And they go to the courts and they say that these people are responsible for these amounts of money, and they're charging interest and penalties against them. And I feel it is so unfair for the disabled and the visually impaired, and I feel that, we have to go to courts, and then the Beverly Hills courts, the judges tell the victims that they will treat them as an attorney, and you have to know how to do pleadings yourself, or else you will get a judgment against you, which I feel it is completely unfair. I'm Martin Kempe, and I want to raise money for the disabled and the visually impaired who are plagued by these huge banks that are creating credit cards without signatures, going for a year in the legal system with no signature of the victims, and the judges go, and because the victims don't know how to file pleadings, they get these judgments of $20,000 against them and liens on their properties. What kind of properties? These are properties of visually impaired people and disabled people, which I think is disgusting. But a lot of these young law firms and collection agencies will be willing to work with these banks, and the banks have endless amounts of money to create this havoc, and they are going against the law without having signatures, and the judges give tentative rulings against the victims knowing that there is no signatures, stating that they had got some benefit out of it. Well, it's not right, because the only benefit who's benefiting is these big banks, Wells Fargo Bank, who are lying and cheating and using the legal system, violating the rights of the disabled and the visually impaired people. This is Martin Kempe in front of the Beverly Hills Courthouse, where these problems are continuously happening, and Wells Fargo Bank knows too well that the victims have no money to fight. So please write to me at 340 North Camden Drive, Suite 200A, Beverly Hills, California 90210, and let's try to do something against these huge banks. Thank you for listening to Martin Kempe.